Well, welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live. Now, today I am coming to you live from the Olympic House as we build up to the first of 3 team announcements for Team South Africa that will represent the country out at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And joining me right now is the GM of High Performance for Team South Africa, Leon Fleiser. Leon, we know from the 26th of July to the 11th of August, it's a lot of pressure on Team South Africa. Today we bring the first of 3 squad announcements. Let's speak to what the overall team size is that we're likely going to be looking at.
Yeah, so today we're announcing 39 athletes across 7 sports. We're probably going to look at around 150, a little bit more, over 20 sports hopefully. So yeah, big team, big responsibility, but yeah, we always look forward to it and want to be on the field of play making South Africa proud.
Big team, big responsibility, and we cannot say that without looking back at what's happened in the past. And we think Tokyo 2020, where there was a biggish team that was sent through and only 3 medals came back for Team South Africa, with Tatiana getting 2 and Bianca getting 1 of those. What realistically are our expectations this time around in terms of medalling?
Well, we obviously want to improve on our performance from Tokyo. It's still going to be tough. Our funding, our Operation Excellence only started in May last year with the Bidvest sponsorship coming in. So our athletes are only been funded for the last year and a bit. So it's tough, but we do believe we'll outperform what we did in Tokyo. But our strategic focus, and we're already funding athletes, is for LA 2028.
Let's talk about that funding and looking forward, because now you mentioned the fact that we'll announce 39 of the team members here today. Does that perhaps give you a little bit of comfort in knowing that they've got this time from now until the 26th of July to prepare themselves and possibly then will be able to punch above their weight?
Absolutely, and the nice thing is that the Bidvest Operation Excellence program, 23 out of the 39 being announced today are on the Bidvest OPEX program. And over and above that, we are helping the people that have qualified in funding to prepare. And we got pre-games training for some of these sports in Montpellier as well, to ensure that they're acclimatized properly for the games, because it'll be too cold for them to be training here. And a couple of camps for the relays coming up as well, to ensure that that relay is well prepared for the Olympic Games.
Let's speak a little bit more about that relay team, because I know for a lot of viewers at home, it's the one sport that everyone really enjoys when you watch them running, and not wanting to see a repeat of what we've seen in the past with Team South Africa. When you look at that relay team, do you think that this is a team that can possibly get us a medal if the training goes according to plan?
Absolutely. So we met with Athletics South Africa quite a while ago to say, listen, let's make sure we have a properly prepared relay teams to get to the games. We help fund their preparation to go to the World Relays now. So the 4x100 and the 4x400 we really see as a potential medal for us, and that's why we're willing to fund that. They still have training camps to prepare going forward, and there is an outside chance the 4x400 mixed relay could still qualify at the African Champs. So we have committed Bidvest Operation Excellence funding towards the relay teams, and all the athletes are gung-ho to be prepared properly for that relay there. And yeah, no repeat of what happened in Tokyo.
No chance. Also, just in terms of the team that will be announced here this morning, and we look forward to announcement number 2 and announcement number 3, where are we still looking to get qualifications?
So athletics still has a number of athletes that are trying to qualify, as well as swimming. We got beach volleyball going away shortly for their qualification in in Morocco. So we would really love to qualify. Unfortunately, it's just a men's team that has the chance. One new player in there, Danilo, with an Australian coach that brought out by the international body. So we're really hoping they qualify. That'll make sure we get the 20th team. And then the big one for us is the Rugby Sevens men at the end of June. We really hope they qualify, because we really believe that they could return a medal for us. They had a torrid time in Tokyo with the whole COVID situation they had within the team. And we think that they would really want to come there and show that they do have a gold medal in them for the Games.
And we know that the women's sevens team has already qualified. What does the road to qualifying currently look like for the men's sevens team? What do they need to do to make it?
Oh, it's a tough one. They got 1 tournament, 12 teams, 1 spot. They got to win the tournament in Monaco. I think it starts the 23rd of June. But we're behind them. New coach, new setup, some athletes returning from injuries. I think in the last Singapore seminar, we saw they're starting to progress more than they were. So I definitely think they got a great chance of qualifying and a great chance of a medal return.
All right, and we certainly, of course, will be keeping you updated on that because we do want to see the sevens team, the one of the best in the world, actually. And this is a team that we would like to see out at the Olympics and getting a medal. And it's peculiar that we find ourselves in this position where at this point they still haven't qualified.
Correct, and it was quite interesting because when I was in Paris a few weeks ago, they were going, is your sevens men's team coming? And we go, no, they still need to qualify. And they go, but your 15s just won the World Cup here. Your sevens have to be. And we're saying, yes, we want to make sure our sevens are there. And I think the French sevens team want to try get a revenge against us. But I think we'll take them if we qualify.
All right, Leon, something else I want to touch on just before I wrap up with you is you touched on LA 2028. That's where our focus is on. And perhaps go just a little bit deeper in terms of why our focus isn't so much on this Olympic Games in Paris 2024. And I know you've touched on the funding for the athletes coming a little bit later than expected. But how much of a difference does this funding coming on now then make for us for LA 2028?
Absolutely. So you ideally want probably 8-year funding cycle to prepare you for an Olympic Games, but at the very least 5 years. So we started funding athletes last year that are on the LA 2028 program. A lot of athletes that have actually qualified for Paris are athletes we're aiming at for 2028. So we're looking at a much bigger group. Straight after Paris, we'll sit with the federations and really concentrate on the group. A couple of new sport. Cricket is in LA 2028, so really good for us being a good cricketing nation, as well as squash has been introduced. But yeah, we're going to definitely have a huge investment now that we have like the Bidvest program. We're hopefully going to attract more sponsors with that. So a proper funding cycle is what makes sure we'll get a good result. That's what happened with London 2012 and Rio 2016. We had 8 years of very good funding cycles, and that's why we got the results we did there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Leon Fleiser here is the GM of High Performance for Team South Africa, talking all things Olympic Games. They kick off from the 26th of July until the 11th of August. And this morning, right here at Olympic House, we'll have the first of 3 team announcements of the men, the women that will represent South Africa out in Paris 2024. And that's the note in which we wrap up your sport news for today, right here on Morning Live. We do it all over again tomorrow. Until then, have yourselves a blessed day. A quick ad break and then Morning Live back with you after this.